Good morning, everybody. I just wanted to do a quick little video and show you all that I just chopped off all my hair, colored it all myself. I got so sick of it, and my hair was to my butt if you've watched my previous videos. And yeah, I do this maybe once every 2 years. I let my hair grows very fast. I let it grow like to my butt. And it starts to consume me and overtake me because it's big, it's naturally curly, it's frizzy. So it takes a lot of product to maintain the frizz. And because I have hypothyroid, I lose hair at the same time. So every time I would brush it, I would just get these big globs of hair and freak me out. And yeah, so I just cut it. And I colored it a really pretty, because I have medium neutral skin tone with pink undertones. I went for it's called dark burgundy brown, but it's a violet. It's in the violet family, and it's this brand here through Sally's Beauty. I only needed one box. Yes, my hair is thick, but because I cut it so short, it only took one box. And it is 100% fade resistant. It is PDA free, enriched with, I'm going to say Pequi and argan oil. I don't know how you say that. It's PEQUI. And quadrilevel ionic science, ionic wheat protein, crystallized micropigments, and low ammonia. So yeah, this was super easy to do, and it's just beautiful. I love it. And the color, the number is 3RV-3.5, 305-145 if you're interested. It does have the V for violet, but because I am a neutral with pink undertones, I have to go for the violet to cancel out the pink in my skin. So yeah, and then this is the developer that I used. Okay, and I also bought a gloss. So after I colored it, because I have naturally curly hair, so it's always dull. My color is always dull, and I can't stand that. So I did buy a gloss. And it's a semi-permanent hair color, but it is a clear shine. So, and it is enriched with aloe vera, pro vita B5, silk protein, jojoba oil, and vitamin E. And that's the brand there. These are all from Sally's Beauty. Amazing. I did this for 45 minutes in my hair once I got all the color through, and then you rinse it. You rinse it and rinse it till it runs clear. And then you have to towel dry your hair to almost being completely dry. And then you put this in for another 25 minutes, the gloss. For those of you who haven't done it before. I don't ever really color my hair. I think I've done it once from a box at a store, and that really kills my hair. So I was like, if I'm going to do it myself, I need to get it from Sally's Beauty Supply, because I really don't want to buy the harsh ones at the store. They really are bad for your hair. These at least did not kill my hair. My hair is so soft and supple and just beautiful. Okay, and then I did buy a conditioning packet for after I was all finished with everything. And it has everything. It's got like shea butter, I don't know, a whole bunch of ingredients, silk protein, the jojoba, a whole bunch of stuff, kind of like this. But yeah, it really nourishes your hair. So you can't really see the color too good, but I guarantee in the sunlight it casts off this beautiful purple burgundy, and it is so bright but deep and just pretty. And I've gotten nothing but compliments since I've done it, because normally I am a dirty dishwater blonde. And so yeah, I love it. Alright, enough about my hair. I just wanted to give you a quick little rundown if you ever have seen my videos. So yeah, enough about the hair. Let's just get into, and see, I cut it short enough to where it's nice and short, but I can still ponytail it, which I like. So I'm just gonna do a quick little get ready with me video. And I'm like, now with this new color, I'm like retesting out my colors that I'm using, because you can use so many different colors. So first thing I'm going to do is prep and prime. And I had already washed my face, and then after, I don't know if any of you do this, but I'm just a weirdo, I guess. But after I wash my face, I like to go over it with a wipe, just in case. Okay, so, and I like to use this for my primer. Don't ask me why, but it just puts it on so nice. Alrighty. I normally use my Corez powder rose foundation, but today I'm going to use my Bare Skin just for this video. And I'm just experimenting right now. I don't have to work until tonight. I am really just experimenting right now. Where are some of my brushes? They're missing. I'm going to put it on this because I have brushes that went missing. Like, no joke. I washed all my brushes and they are not there now. I love this foundation. It is one of my favorite liquid foundations. I don't really do liquid too much, but I love it. Just look at that. Barely any. Just, that was like two drops maybe for my whole face. I wonder if my brushes went in this makeup case. My husband is a stuffer when he cleans. Yep, there they are. Oh, nobody is on you. Okay, so here are my brushes. Oh, I am so unorganized. Oh well. And then I'm just gonna put a little bit of powder on over. This is just a little fun. Get ready with me video. And just so you know, everybody, I have lost almost 20 pounds. 20 pounds, and it has been very difficult. Like I said, I have hypothyroid. I am hypothyroid, and that tends to make you put weight on, and it is really hard to get it off. So I had to totally change the way I'm eating, and this is off subject, but I'll just talk while I put my makeup on. I had to totally change the way I was eating, and let me just fill you in on a little bit of my secrets. For those of you who don't really understand what hypothyroid is, your thyroid is located in your throat. And it is a key component in your body that makes everything work properly. So, when your thyroid stops working, which your thyroid only has so long of a life, okay? And once it stops working, or if you injured it, or too many things have been done to it and it's been traumatized, it can stop working. So I've always had a thyroid issue. I have a lump in my throat that has something to do with the thyroid since I was little. And, but I've never had a problem, okay? And then I had my kids, everything was good. Right after I had my second son, I got severely sick, guys, with a really bad case of laryngitis. And I mean a very severe case of laryngitis. And it was so bad that I was, when I would lay down at night, I would stop breathing. That's how very, very bad it was. So, of course, I went to the ER. At first, I was like, oh, please, I lose my voice all the time. It's no big deal, you know. I didn't want to go sit in the ER all night, you know. So I was like, oh, it's nothing. But people, just having laryngitis can break your thyroid. That's what I call it, break your thyroid. Make your thyroid stop working. And so, let's see, what am I going to use? Let's go with a pretty purple since, actually no, let's do, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. Where was I? So when I went to the ER, they had told me that was like one of the worst cases of laryngitis they had ever seen. I mean, literally, I was having problems breathing. And that, it didn't just happen like, I mean, I said that wrong. It happened like overnight. It got that severe, because before that I was able to breathe. I was. And so my mom was like, you need to really go. This doesn't sound right. You know, when we're talking on the phone, I hear you gasping for air. I can barely hear you, you know. I was like really forcing sound out because I had no sound at all. Like literally no sound. But it was like I can't even explain it. It sounded scary. So she's like, you need to go. You definitely need to go. So I was like, all right. So I went. Didn't think nothing of it, okay? They gave me medication. Went on about my business. Shortly thereafter, my mother had passed away unexpectedly, and I went into a very severe depression. Okay? And I had suffered very major trauma in the throat area, because those of you who know, when you are constantly just crying and crying and crying so hard, and I don't know about you, but it puts heaviness on my throat. It puts pressure on my throat to where I am like tense everywhere and my throat is in pain. And so anyways, I started going through this very, very severe depression, okay? And I had no idea. You know, I thought it was just from my mother passing, you know. I seriously had no idea that something else was also going on at the same time, okay? So I would literally come home from work, and let me just tell you, I had no energy at all. Like, I couldn't even force myself to get up and take a shower half the time, okay? That's how severe it was. And I just was like, what the hell is going on? Like, somebody help me, okay? And nobody knew what was going on. Everybody thought I was just depressed from my mother's death, okay? I mean, it was a very awkward way, you know. It was very unexpected. So, and it was like a week before I was coming to see her on vacation. I just felt, you know, so slighted and just so, you know, I live in California, she's in Arizona. I was just broke. I was broke. My spirit and soul were broke. I died with her that day. I literally died with her. And those of you who have never lost somebody like a parent, you literally die with them if you have any kind of bond with them. Like, maybe not everybody's that way, but yes, I was. I literally was broke, and I had no idea that there was more to it. I thought it was just the death. I literally was just, I can't even describe it. Basically, I was getting through it, but I wasn't functioning, okay? I was not functioning. I would eat in bed and then fall asleep. I could not even stay awake, if that makes any sense, okay? I could not stay awake at all. And we all started noticing, hey, this is, you know, more than just being depressed. Something's a little odd here. Like, I had severe depression. I couldn't I started having problems with my body. I was in pain. I was sore everywhere. Okay. I was, how do I even explain it? God, hypothyroid is like the worst thing I've ever experienced in my life. Like, I literally would not wish that on my worst enemy. Like, everybody's like, what is it? Oh God, you just don't even know that without your thyroid, life is never the same, people. Never the same. Until you figure it out and get it under control. Which I finally did mine. I got mine under control. But it took a while, let me tell you. That was back in 2006, right after my son was born. Couldn't really even enjoy my child. I missed a lot of... I want to say it happened when he was like... No, it wasn't 2006. It was like 2008. So my child was like 2 or 3. And I missed a lot of time with him. A lot of time. Being in bed. And I went to the doctors. I let a whole year go by of this, okay, before I did anything. Because, like I said, we had no clue. We thought I was just depressed, and I was just mourning. I was in mourning for a very long time. But we thought that that part of it was the mourning process. You know, none of us had ever been through that. And my husband tried the best he could do to help me, and he basically was just like watching me die, basically, and didn't really know what he could do except be there for me, feed me, help me up in and out of bed, force me to take a shower. All I wanted to do was die. I didn't want to participate at that point. I did die. Basically, my mind and spirit checked out. And so I finally, started getting up. I got a new job. I started getting out. I started to heal a little bit. But I still just did not feel right. And on top of that, I was like 100 pounds, people. And I literally started just putting on tons and tons of weight. So within that year of me being down, wait for it, I gained 70 pounds. 70 pounds of a year of just working, coming home and going straight to bed. Working, coming home, going straight to bed. Spending my time with my family in bed. Not being able to even keep my eyes open. I have lots of pictures that my husband would take of me where he would make me dinner and he would bring it to me and I would be asleep and he would set it on my stomach because I'd be laying on my back and he'd be like, come on babe, there's your dinner. Your dinner's here, your dinner's here. And I wouldn't even wake up. And he'd take pictures because he was really concerned. And I think he just wanted to document everything that was happening to me. I was told because I had a C-section, I couldn't even exercise for like I was a gym person and I was going to the gym through my whole pregnancy, and then I was told I was not allowed to work out. So to give my body time to heal, otherwise I would cause major scar tissue, and because I was so skinny, he said it wouldn't be a good thing. So he told me to wait. So I did. And then, I'm starting to notice that every month I would go up a little bit in size. Only in the waist. And that's not true. The waist and the boobs. I went from a full B, people, to a full double D. Okay? And I was just like, what the hell is going on here? Like, I have been small-chested my whole life because I was only 100 pounds. Like, my whole family is very large-chested. And they always said if I just put on some weight, I would have a large chest too. And they were so right. The minute I finally put on some weight, I had a large chest also. But people just could not believe how big of a chest I got just out of nowhere. And people were noticing that I had put on weight. People were starting to notice stuff in the family. And they were saying, you need to go to the doctor. You should go to the doctor. And at the time I had no insurance. See, I have throat problems from time to time because of what goes on with my thyroid and in my throat. Off subject, I have begged and begged my doctors to give me an ultrasound on my throat to see if I have throat cancer in the lump in my throat, and they refuse. That's California for you. That is IHP. That is Medi-Cal in general for those of you who are a struggling family who don't have, whose jobs don't provide insurance, and you have to get stuff. And I'm not knocking IHP because they're good for other things. But doctors in my life, with my background and my history and my cancer history in my family, are not taking proper care of me. they are not like doing right by me. And first thing my doctor says to me is, we test you every 3 to 6 months, your blood, for your medication, because when you have hypothyroid, you have to take medication for the rest of your life, just so you know, everybody. If you really want to, that's one treatment. Once you take that pill that they give you, you have to take it for the rest of your life, 1 a day. Depending on what type of medication, some medications are 2 a day. Okay, so I take medication for the rest of my life. And I am a very healthy type person who does not take any medication. So this was a very, very big thing for me. I've never had headaches. The only time I will even take a Tylenol is only if I have a toothache, because I do have bad teeth. So, you know, my whole life, that's the only time I would even take Tylenol. And to go from nothing to having to take pills every single day is just a nightmare. It's a nightmare. So, in my videos, you will hear time to time my voice is completely different every single time. You will hear strain in my voice. You will hear just problems. You will hear raspiness, like now. I am so raspy today, and I just don't even know why. I don't know why. But it is like just the slightest things will make that lump in my throat just flare up and consume me sometimes. So I just want to tell you people out there that watch this, this video is just me fooling around with my new hair color, doing a makeup look, and just talking about my life pretty much, and sharing a little personal information about me that I don't really talk about too much. I try not to dwell on it. It's very depressing what I have to go through. People who don't know me, who see me, have no clue what I go through just to be up and mobile every day. Yes, my medication is working, but I am not normal by any means, and this is just life. Once you have it, it's just life. I mean, like I said, I would not wish this on my worst enemy. It's the worst thing I've ever been through in my life, and I'm a fighter. I'm a fighter. You know, and it's just, I like these colors. It's just been hard, people, and I'm sorry to bring out my personal business on like one of these kind of videos. But sometimes you just gotta talk to somebody, and it's hard to talk to people in your life about what you're going through because they just don't get it, because it's not happening to them. They only know what they see on the outside. And if you're able to live with your disease, and you're able to put on a good show, and you're able to push through, they have no idea what it takes just to get up and go to work. Get up and take a shower. Get up and clean the house. Nobody has any idea. And that's all I'm saying. I take levothyroxine, which has been amazing. It worked immediately the minute they gave it to me. Oh. Let me get back to what I was saying. I went to that doctor and I said, I am having very odd symptoms that are not consistent with just me being depressed about my mother's death. I am having very, very big problems. And he's like, tell me what you feel. And I said, I can't be in the heat anymore. I can't go outside anymore in the heat because I feel like I can't breathe. I feel overheated. I feel very heavy. I feel very no energy. I get very mean. I get very, like, I just want to break down and cry. Like, it's unbearable. And I'm a beach girl. Love this. I love the sun. Love the summertime. Love it all. And I could no longer deal with this heat. And I live in the desert where it gets up to 110. And so I was being totally tormented every time I left the house. Even with the AC on, it's just not. It's not. And so I don't normally do this, but everybody tells me I look better if I darken in my eyebrows. Well, that kind of does look better, doesn't it? And so, and yeah, this is not eyebrow pencil, guys. Like I said, I'm fooling around. This is actually a freaking eyeliner. I just want to see, like, a color. How would I gotta do my eyebrows. Look at this. They're just so out of whack. Don't mind the ugly brow, guys. And he said, and I said, I'm having a lot of numbness in my feet, in my hands, in my legs. I'm having neck pain. I'm suffering. So first thing he did was he tested my nerves. He did this to my hand. He did this to my hand. And he said, are you okay? Can you feel this? I said, yes. Okay. So he knew right after he did that exactly what was wrong with me. This is why I say IHP is also good. It sucks for some things, but it is really good for other things. Like my doctor knew immediately what was wrong with me. We have a lab in our doctor's office. He sent me over right away. Gave me a urine test, a blood test. Got the stuff back. Within 3 days or whatever, called me back in. Told me I had hypothyroid. Told me I had thyroid disease. Told me it was way out of whack. It was very high. Showed me the little graph where I should be and where I was. And I can't even remember the numbers right now to tell you. That's another thing. You get very forgetful. You get very forgetful. You get cloudy brain. You get very cloudy in the mind. I'll be at work and people ask me something I've been doing for a billion years and I can't even tell you. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. And at first, I think my boss was very frustrated. But then she realized, she's going through some health things. She's going through some things. And she kind of just leaves me alone. Like, they don't pick on me when I get ditzy. That's what I call it. When I get ditzy, they don't pick on me. They don't make fun of me. They just run to the rescue and help me because she's seen me before. The same boss. She saw me before and after. And I think it saddened her very much. But you need to go to the doctor right away, basically, is what I'm telling you, because if I would have went to the doctor right away, I wouldn't have put on all that weight. I would have caught it, and my weight gain would have stopped, and I would have started to lose. Because let's face it, honey, it's hard to lose 70 pounds when you don't have thyroid disease, but when you have thyroid disease, nothing works, and you get puffy. Okay, so my face swells up, my eyes bulge, you get very puffy. So even if you do start to lose weight, you're not going to notice it for a very long time because you are so puffy. And that's part of the thing that I read about my medication. Levothyroxine causes a lot of swelling. Some people use Synthroid, some people use, there's a couple others. I heard Synthroid is really good, but like it's good with the swelling, but it's not good with losing weight. Like they say, because they have to flip you around on stuff till they figure you out. Mine, he figured it out instantly, and it was working instantly, okay? From the minute I started taking it. But some people who have flipped back and forth on different medications because nothing works for them, and theirs is so severe, they're going to get like Hashimoto's disease, or I forget how you say that, but Hashimoto's disease or something like that, which is autoimmune, you know. But I know this is a lot of rambling, guys, and it's taking a very long time. Very long time. But I don't know why I just felt like sharing today. I just guess I needed to talk about it, and I've been doing a lot better, and I just wanted to discuss it and talk about it a little bit. And you know, I should have started working out a long time ago, but the thing is, you're so damn tired that you can't. For me anyways, I was just so gone that I couldn't. And because I was in mourning, I couldn't. But I am finally healing, and I think I'm very much healed, and I am coming back to life after my mother's death, and I've seen so many changes in me, because you get this I don't give a shit attitude. You get numb and you can't feel anything. And I just feel like I can slowly feel again, and I can see the transformation in me losing the weight. It's really helping my spirit also to heal, because I would look in the mirror and not recognize myself. I would be like scared to death, basically. Totally scared, because I didn't know that person. And, you know. So it's very serious. People don't get it. They don't get the mental changes that happen. They don't get... And I'm getting a little teary-eyed, and I'm sorry. They don't get what we have to go through. And the thing is, it's happening more and more and more. In more cases, people are getting thyroid disease, and there's something wrong here. I don't trust food. There's something that is causing this. In the numbers that it's climbed, I don't trust our food, our water. I'm scared to death about everything that is being given to us. I'm just watching all of us just pop up with new diseases and cancers and all this weird crap going on. And so I made a healthy switch, people, to all organic in my journey. And I got a lot of shit for it from my family, and they just couldn't understand. giving me crap. Nobody cared. Nobody, oh, you're going to become a tree hugger. You're going to become this. You're going to become that. And teasing me. And, I'm doing what's best for me because I'm ill. And there is something out there that's making me ill. Like, there is something out there that is causing it. So, I'm wrecking my makeup I just did. So, this is how I decided that I was tired of living the way that I was living. It was either keep living the way I was living, in a bed, hiding in a room, not dealing with society, or stand up and fight for my life. And I mean fight for my life, just to get my life back. So I decided to fight. So I completely changed all my eating habits. I started having more health problems because with this, you're going to start having other problems. And I started getting high cholesterol. I started getting all these different problems. Because I wasn't exercising, because I was in bed all the time, because I wasn't, eating the way I should have been eating, because it takes a long time to learn. You have to retrain yourself, because with hypothyroid, there's stuff you can't eat. There's this stuff you're not supposed to eat that make you just put more and more weight on, and it only puts it on your stomach, which can be rough on your heart and cause heart attack and all kinds of stuff in women when they, that's what causes heart attack, when you put too much weight on in the midsection. So, like everybody else, I had to go on a diet. I've never knew what that was. I was 100 pounds my whole life. I never had to diet. My body just did it for me. I had a very high metabolism. I had to retrain myself, people. I started buying books, thyroid diet books, and there's a lot of contradicting information out there. A lot. So you need to be careful, because even when you try to educate yourself, I had read in this thyroid diet that I should be having wheat and this and that and this and that. I had switched to all wheat, thinking that it would be better than white bread, white pastas. I'm Italian and I eat a lot of pasta, and let me just tell you, wheat makes you gain weight severely. And it's in the stomach, okay? You gain tons of weight in the stomach. You totally gain weight in the stomach and pretty much nowhere else. So you go around life and people are calling you pregnant, which makes you break down and just die. Okay? Because once or twice, okay, but when people are walking up and touching your stomach and saying how beautiful you look because you're so thin everywhere else, and your stomach does take on the shape of a pregnant woman, okay? It's not like you're just fat in the stomach. It takes on the rounded bubble shape, okay? I started to hate people after that. What turned into a beautiful compliment turned into a fucking horror story for me. Like, I don't want to hear that I'm beautiful. How many months am I? Oh, I look amazing. I'm so thin and my belly is just so beautiful. How many months am I? All day long at work. From people who even knew me, and then when I tell them I'm not pregnant, they're like, oh, yes, you are. Oh, you're so cute. Don't hide it. Da, da, da. Sit there and argue with you, okay? And tell you you're pregnant, even though you're not. So you finally get pissed off enough to where you're like, oh, yes, I'm 3 months. I'm 8 months. I'm 5 months. And you just start fucking with people, because people cross the line. And ladies, you shouldn't be doing that to other women when you don't know what the hell you're talking about, because there's a lot of sick people out there that put on weight for other reasons, and they don't want to hear that they're pregnant when they're not. Because every day is a fight and struggle to try to get that stomach back to normal, back down, and we can't. And it just keeps growing if we're not careful. So nobody fucking wants to hear how beautiful we look pregnant. Keep your comments to yourself, okay? Keep your comments to yourself, unless you truly know somebody is pregnant. Mind your business. Because for me, like I said, it turned me against people, made me hate people. Even people I never thought, regular customers that have known me for years, just don't know when to shut their mouths. And they know nothing about it. And they try to comment about it, and they know nothing about hypothyroid disease. Like thyroid disease, they know nothing about it. And they just sound stupid. So educate yourself, people, because there's sickness everywhere. And we don't want to constantly be reminded when we're trying to fix ourselves and we're fighting like hell just to survive. We don't want to hear it, okay? So, these are my tips, and then this is going to end my video, my discussion, and my little get ready with me time I've spent with you, and the end of my rant. I completely changed my eating. I went on a full-on diet for myself. That was my New Year's resolution. I didn't talk about it. I didn't discuss it with nobody. I just did it. People who talk usually don't do. People who shut their mouths and focus and make a game plan, put it into motion. Okay? Those of you who are suffering like me, and I have lots of them that come into my work, that say they're so glad they talked to me. They're hugging me. They're crying in my work because I gave them vital information, because I've been through it since 2008 and we're now in 2014. So that's what, 6 years. They're new to it. It's just happening to them. And I've been just surviving, okay? And not even living. I've been surviving. And it took me 6 years to figure out my particular case and my body, and what my body would do and what my body wouldn't do. Okay? So I cut all that fucking wheat out. If you are hypothyroid, do not eat wheat. I'm warning you. Little tiny amounts is okay, but do not eat wheat. I went back to all regular white bread, white pasta. Second thing, I am a coffee drinker, and I know lots of you probably have gone through this that are hypothyroid. You will drink and eat stuff to give you energy or to give you that sugar boost that you're craving, because hypothyroid makes you crave sugar. It makes you have these little, gotta have a sugar. You feel sick, like your blood sugar is low, and you need to boost yourself because you're out in public and you're running down. And this is the best way I can describe a hypothyroid person. We are a wind-up toy, okay? Even once we're on medication and our medication works. Don't get mad at people. Just realize that they're a wind-up toy. Once they take the medication, they start off strong in the day, and they wind down very fast, especially if they're out doing activity. I'm out doing activity. I'm very active. I have boys, a house full of men. I'm not allowed to lay down anymore. Like, they're older now. I have to do stuff. I have to live. And I don't want to lay down anymore. I'm a wind-up toy, okay? I know how many hours before I'm going to wind down. and then I need to rest and relax. So my days off, my first day is pure rest. Pure rest. I take the kids to school and I sit there on the couch and I do nothing. I take my shower, I eat a little bit here and there, and I do nothing. I just watch TV, I rest. If I fall asleep, I fall asleep. If not, I don't. I rest, I watch YouTube, I do whatever. The second day, because I rested, because she likes to give me 2 days in a row because she knows that I run out of energy very fast. Second day, I'm like, whoo, I got tons of energy because I rested that whole day, okay? So I wake up and I always would get a coffee or make coffee. I was up to a pot of coffee a day. Do you know that all that cream and sugar does not work in a hypothyroid body? Just so you know. If you're hypothyroid, cut that shit out. Your body cannot process sugar. Your body cannot process carbohydrates very well at all. Your body has a hard time processing anything. Okay? You can't have kale. You can't have, and I love kale. One day, I just had this big kale sandwich. And this is going to be TMI, but you know what? I couldn't go to the bathroom for almost a week. Just so you know. There's things you can eat and things you can't eat. Your body doesn't work right. You're not a normal person anymore. And you have to think like you are handicapped because you are. You are handicapped. In a good way. Okay? I'm not knocking anybody. I'm saying you have limits. You are not like everybody else anymore. And you have to handle your body as so. You have to take care of yourself if you don't want to be sick. Okay? There are things you should eat, things you shouldn't eat. Sugar is one of them. Get it out. Pastas, cut it down. You can have your coffee, but add like a tiny bit of agave and honey, or just honey. Don't use tons of sugar. If you're going to have bread, I would not suggest wheat bread unless it's just very minimal. I mean, a little bit won't hurt, but it, for me, made me puffy and made me gain weight. Gluten, I've tried to cut out all my gluten. And this, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to finish it up with what I do eat that made me lose the weight. I ruined my dang makeup. Very emotional about this. I don't ever talk about it, and this has become like our video because I decided to talk about it. But hopefully, if you sit and listen, and I know it's hard to follow because I jump around a lot, and that's how I am. You get very scatterbrained, and you get very, you're very different. So you just got to deal with it, okay? You got to deal with it because you're now a scatterbrained person. You're a scatterbrained wind-up toy, okay? Deal with it. Embrace it. It's you. You're quirky. You're different. You're different now. Deal with it. And I'm sure not every hypothyroid person has these same things. It's different for everybody. So this is how I lost weight. I stopped making coffee at home. Okay? If I want a coffee, I will go to Starbucks maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks. Okay? On my worst weeks when I need to have that sugar to where I am so just like I need to have that sugar, I feel sick, I'll get one twice a week. And that's it. I will get the biggest, venti, most filled sugar that I could get, okay? Now, 2 drinks a week, even 1 drink a week, does not compare to a whole pot a day, every single day you're home. Like for tea is for people, that's how coffee is for me. I grew up on coffee. It's a part of my life. I can't live without it. I can't have it in my house because I'm like a kid. Because the cravings are so bad, which is part of it. The cravings are so dang bad that you just have no control. Okay? Those of you who have control, I applaud you because I do not. I do not. So, cut out the coffee every day. Everyday coffee. I also cut out all frozen foods. My cholesterol had gotten so bad, just out of nowhere, and the salt intake was so damn bad. I was worried that that was going to be next, that my blood pressure was going to go up. And I don't have the energy. I do now because I'm healthy now. I didn't have the energy to stand there and cook all day and make dinners and go out grocery shop. I couldn't do those things because I was not normal, people. Okay? I was sick. Very sick. Because I couldn't figure my body out. And nobody can. It's so hard. You don't know what your body is trying to tell you. Your body fights back in ways, and they're telling you, no, stop doing this. And you need to listen to your damn body. If you're eating stuff and you get puffy and gassy, stop eating it. If you are eating something that makes you not able to go to the bathroom, which makes you very sick, can make you very sick, stop eating it. If you're eating stuff and and you don't feel good, stop eating it, okay? So I cut out all frozen food. I buy only fresh food, and my aunt taught me this. My aunt had to literally take me by the hand, retrain me how to grocery shop, because I knew at one point, but my life had gotten so bad that I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. And so it was just like, grab this, get out. Grab this, get out. You know, like, throw it in the microwave, go lay down, go sit down. Wait for it to be done, go sit back down. You know? So, no frozen foods. I stopped using a microwave altogether. It's bad for you. It's radiation. I use all natural products. Makeup, hair, minus this, guys. Minus this. I don't color my hair often. As you will see in my videos, I am all natural, but sometimes a girl gets freaking bored and a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do. I colored my hair. Put poison into my system. Yes, I did. Because I don't want to do the hemp. I don't really like... I've watched them, the videos. The hemp color is just not for me. All natural products. All natural toothpaste, no fluoride. Water. Trying to consume more water because I'm not a water drinker. I literally will cut up fresh fruits into my water just so I can drink water. I'm very dehydrated all the time, and which I'm not so much anymore compared to then. But I also what else did I do? So when I buy my groceries, people, the fresh stuff, I read labels, okay? And I'm not looking at fat. That I don't care about. You shouldn't be looking at the fat. You need to be worried about cholesterol and the salt intake and the sugar, okay? Me so much, I don't even look at the sugar now that I'm healthy, because I do exercise regularly now. So I have sped up my metabolism to a point. So I've revved up the metabolism, okay? And so the first thing I look at is cholesterol. Second thing I look at is salt. And I will buy the lowest. I don't care if it costs more. And this is where it gets expensive. let me just tell you, the good shit that is really healthy for you is full freaking price. Okay? Full price. The shit that's cheap is the shit that's going to kill you when you're sick like me. Okay? It's going to kill you. Stop eating it. Spend more on your groceries and get the right groceries. I don't care how poor you are, broke you are, struggling you are. It's your health in the end, and you want to live to be with your family. And you don't want your family to live seeing you like that. Okay? So, I joined the gym. I eat all fresh food. I eat tons of fruits and vegetables that are on the list for hypothyroid. So I've looked up 2 different things. The hypothyroid that I should be eating, the diet I should be eating, and the diet for my blood type. And now, I had never heard of that, but there is a specific diet for your blood type. If you don't believe me, Google it. Type in diet for your blood type, and it lists each blood type and what you should be eating, what's good for your blood, and what is poisonous to your blood. And if you don't have any other directions or any other health issues, if I were you, I'd be following it. Okay? So, I look at those 2 diets and I combine them because sometimes they contradict. A normal person with my blood type can eat certain things, but a person with my blood type with thyroid disease cannot. So I just check them very closely to each other and I follow them. Okay? So those are my tips on how I've lost almost 20 pounds. And I'm getting there. Slowly but surely, people. I started in January. And in January, and I'm not saying I started dieting in January. In January is when I started label counting. Label checking, when I started fresh cooking my food instead of microwaving. It's when I started just preparing, taking the steps, okay? So then once I hit the gym, and now I'm live in a place where I feel safe to walk, because we are in the desert and it's not safe to walk up here. There's crosses all along the roads from drivers who drive like 100 miles an hour down the streets. Now that I feel safe walking, I have a place to walk every day. I make sure I at least get 30 minutes of exercise per day. If you could do more, cool. If not, good. 30 minutes at least. At least. And tons of water. Yes, some people don't like it in this. I need a new bottle. I don't like using plastic. I do like this because it's a filtered bottle. If I can find a glass bottle that's filtered, that'll be amazing. But yeah, I stopped buying so much water and I just started using filter, because you know what, water is supposed to be freaking free, and that's BS. All right, guys, this is my makeup, how it turned out. So yeah, I kind of like these colors, and this is the palette that I used for my eyes. It's the very old. I wanted to revisit it because it's very, very old. Yeah, the Urban Decay sparkly ones. I haven't been able to wear sparkly shadows in a long time because my eyes were so puffy. And now that the puffiness is slowly going away, and my eyes here, they were so bulgy. Now that it's, you know, calming down, I can wear the sparkles again. And this was the Bare Minerals, the 100% natural lipstick in the color Berry something. I'm not even sure. The foundation was the Bare Skin, and in the color Bare Natural 07. And I'm a medium neutral undertone with medium neutral with pink undertones. But for me, I match it to my chest, people. I could have did a different color here, but we match it to my chest because I do have sun damage. And I have a lot of redness and a lot of damage. So we match. Most of you will match to your neck. I have to match to my chest. And I used this, the Juice Beauty Pressed Powder, which is really old. Or not really old. I got it not too long ago, but yeah, they don't sell it anymore. So yeah, that is my makeup. I had a lot of fun doing my makeup, just playing around. Looks really good with this hair color. I am just so excited to see different colors that I can do. I normally don't do red because red never holds in my hair. Like, I tried it before and it just washed out like right after spending $200. So yeah. So I hope you have a good day, and I hope I hit home with some of you who are sick. And I'm sorry it was in a makeup video. But I don't know. I guess the Lord just wanted me to talk to you about my life and what I'm going through, and maybe touch a few people and let you know that's what I'm going through, and let you know that we're all going through stuff, and to just be supportive of people. I mean, be supportive. People have problems. There's a lot of shit going down. There's a lot of like I said, I don't trust the food supply anymore. You need to go organic. I don't trust it. Corn is not corn. I mean, come on. It's not corn. It's genetically altered. Be healthy. Take care of yourselves. God gave you a life. Take care of it. Treat yourself like royalty. Do whatever you have to do to make your life feel good. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. And sorry it was an hour-long discussion. Have a good day.